So the next topic was yeah, importance of synapse. Okay, importance of synapse. Yeah. So synapse plays an important part in the functioning of the nervous system. Of course, it is for nervous system. It helps to connect the neurons together via synapses and hence send information that mediates behavioral responses. If there is any dysfunction in the synaptic activity, then it may lead to change in behavior and cause depression, schizophrenia, etc. First, it connects neurons. It connects neurons so that it can send the messages, send information. Right. Then second we have synapse make sure that impulses traveling across neurons should follow one direction only. Like synapse is the one who ensured the one directional movement. Alright. Okay. Then we have synapse, but how neurons ensure one directionality of impulses. Since transmitters are present only in the presynaptic membrane and receptors molecules can be found only on the postsynaptic membrane. Okay, so transmitters, which is the information is present on the here transmitters are present, and at the post synaptic our receptor molecules are present, right? Synapse helps in integrating the impulses traveling down from different neurons. It helps in filtering out unwanted and unnecessary stimuli. In order to cross the synaptic cleft, an impulse must reach an action potential of plus 40 megavolt. If an impulse is weak, that is less than plus 40 megavolt, then it will not be able to generate enough neurotransmitter, and thus no communication will occur between neurons. As a result of this, body will not react to such stimuli and thus helping. Synapse also helps in filtering out unwanted stimuli, which is less than plus 40 megavolt, right? Next topic we have neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitter is the chemical found in the synaptic vesicles or vesicles, and when released has an effect on the next cell. As the name suggests, it is inside a neuron and they transmit a message. When neurons fire, neurotransmitters are released from the terminal buttons. More than 100 neurotransmitter substances have been identified. Neurotransmitters are classified into three classes of small molecular neurotransmitters, namely, okay, amino acids, monoamines, then we have acetylcholine, choline, acetylcholine. These are the types of the neurotransmitters. Okay, next we have, there's a fourth group in this category known as unconventional also. Unconventional neurotransmitters, the fourth category. Okay, and there is one group of large molecular neurotransmitters, namely as the neuropeptides. large molecule neurotransmitter. Okay, then we have most often neurotransmitter produce either excitation or inhibition, but a few neurotransmitter produce excitation in one situation and inhibition in the other situation. Okay, there are various kind of neurotransmitters as the excitatory, such as acetyl. These are, and I'm gonna list the excitatory, which are acetylcholine, catecholamines, glutamate, histamine, serotonin, and some neuropeptides. These are all the excitatory neurotransmitters. All right, and ACH was the first neurotransmitter identified. This was the first. Okay, and ACH plays an important role in neuromuscular function, sleep regulation, learning, and memory. It also stimulates the skeletal muscles to contract but shows contraction in heart muscles. The inhibitory neurotransmitters include, now I'm going to state the inhibitory, which are GABA. It is gamma aminobutyric acid. Okay, then we have glycine and some peptides. These are all inhibitory. These are inhibitory neurotransmitters. Okay, these are the inhibitory neurotransmitters. And next is amine neurotransmitter responsible for emotions. Amine neurotransmitters are responsible for emotions. All right, and control of motor actions also. Monoamines are like dopamine or non-epinephrine, epinephrine, melatonin, and serotonin. Monoamines. Under monoamines, we have dopamine, norepinephrine, epinephrine, melatonin, and serotonin. These are the monoamines. Alright. Epinephrine and non-epinephrine are involved in the motor function. Dopamine is found in the brain. It helps to maintain the body balance. When it is deficient, and it leads to tremors and overstimulation of the muscle, responsible for Parkinsonism. So, problem with dopamine can cause Parkinsonism. Sonism. If too much dopamine is released, it may cause a schizophrenia. Dopamine may have both excitatory and inhibitory effect depending on the synapse being affected. It is involved in the regulating mood, emotion, sleep, and appetite. Amino acids are most common neurotransmitter that involved in protein synthesis, as the name suggests. Amino. And okay, just a sec. Yes, now it's okay, right? Yeah. So we have it is involved in regulating mood, emotion, sleep, and appetite. All right. Any imbalance in the presence of the neurotransmitter GABA. If GABA is imbalanced, then if GABA is imbalanced, it may also predispose condition for stroke when certain neurons are destroyed by glutamate. Okay. And GABA is a major neurotransmitter with inhibitory effect. It helps in reducing anxiety, reducing anxiety and on the other hand, glutamate is a major neurotransmitter with excitatory effect, and excess of glutamate may result in overactivation and neuronal damage. Neuropeptides have pain reducing effects on the body called as endorphins. So endorphins are basically pain reducing effects. All right. So now we have some name of the neurotransmitters and their functions. So acetylcholine, it affects movement, learning, memory, and sleep. And GABA, which is GABA aminobutyric acid, it facilitates neural inhibition in the CNS. Too much action potential. Endorphins are provide relief from pain and feeling of pleasure and well-being. Dopamine controls voluntary movements of the body and affects the movement, attention, learning, reinforcement, pleasure. Norepinephrine affects eating, alertness, wakefulness. Epinephrine affects metabolism of glucose, energy release during exercises. Serotonin, which is also known as 5-HT, serotonin, it affects mood, sleep, appetite, impulsivity, and aggression.